In today's video, building funnels like Russell Brunson. What up guys, my name is Eugene from Ecom Adventures, and this is a channel where we talk all things business, digital marketing, funnels, etc. Anything that we need to do to build our businesses and scale our businesses. Now, just a quick question before we get started. Why did you start your business, or why do you want to start your business? We go into this world and into this entrepreneurship journey with the idea of starting businesses and have all this freedom and fun. And the reality is 8 out of 10 businesses fail within the first 3 years. We go on the journey to create all this freedom and have all this money, and the opposite happens. We're working 16 hours a day for a whole bunch of clients, a whole bunch of new bosses. Instead of one, now we create 1 million. And we have less time, we've got less freedom, and we end up working for less money than what we actually would have had just staying in employment. Now this channel is about breaking that cycle. It's about breaking the cycle, creating businesses that allows you to travel, to make money, to build teams, etc., etc. Now there's a couple of strategies. We've done it successfully in multiple different businesses, and I'm sharing the methodologies that we used, the systems, and then all the people we learned from, like Russell Brunson, Neil Patel, Seth Godin, Grant Cardone, etc., etc. So what is the process that these guys used to be able to scale their businesses? And in specific, today's video is about funnels. What is a funnel? How do you use it to build your business? Some of our next videos will talk about scaling a business. There's actual levels to a business. And that was revolutionary to me, to know that there's an actual strategy in scaling your business. So let's get on to today's video, funnels. Okay guys, so this is basically a funnel. Now, let's quickly run through this. Number one, all your users are using social media, they're on the internet, they're on landing pages, they're on websites, they're on other people's pages. What is the process of getting them through to your page? So number one is your brand. What is your brand about? What do you want to be known for? We often see guys going into a business and they start selling, I don't know, Chinese medicine balls. The next day they're selling permanent markers. The next day they're selling cloths. Whatever they see where there's an opportunity to make some cash, they're like, I can get this for 1 rand and sell it for 10 rand. The next day they say, I can get this for 50 cents, I can sell it for 5 rand, whatever the case may be. That doesn't communicate an effective brand. All of this process relies on people knowing who you are, what are you selling, and what do you stand for. There's a saying, I think it's Start With Why, Simon Sinek, where he says people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do what you do. So why do you do the things that you do? What struggles did you go through? What is your story? What is your brand about? Okay. So number one, brand. Be clear on your brand. A good way of knowing what your brand is about is, what do you want people to introduce you as? Do you want them to introduce you as the guy that sells anything and everything where you can make a quick buck? Or do you want them to introduce you as the expert in that particular niche, the heart surgeon of that niche? Number two is, we need to create awareness. People can't buy your products or services if they don't know that you exist. So we need to create a brand. What's our brand about? What's our videos? What's our content? What is the stuff that we're posting? When we are standing in front of a networking group like BNI or BBG or Friday Club or whatever, and we're standing in front and we're giving our pitch, what is our pitch about? Is the awareness that we're creating congruent and consistent with our brand? What is the things that we are doing to be able to get customers to know that we actually exist? Okay. Then next up is a free community. What is something of value that you can offer What is tips and tricks that you can offer? How-to guides, blogging, vlogs, just content that you create, downloadable PDFs, things that you share in communities. What is this things that you're creating where they're like, God, if you want to know this and this and this, you need to follow this person, or you need to speak to that person. And then there's some sort of community, maybe it's a Facebook page, Telegram, WhatsApp, whatever the case may be, a place where you are creating a community. When you do this correctly, and you get, argument's sake, 1,000 people in your high-end community, when you launch a new product or service, you don't have to create this massive marketing campaign. You just release that to your community and you show them why this is going to add massive value to their businesses. Then we need to go to a lead to buyer. We need to break the cycle. There's an emotional barrier that happens. Here's a good one that I see often. Guys come to me and they say, you know, I launched this new product and all my friends and my buddies and my family members and everyone said, oh, amazing product. Now I launch a product, no one's buying the product. And that's exactly the point, is everyone will take your product when it's for free. You need to break that cycle. The whole process of this is building up trust and credibility, because people buy from people that they, what am I going to write this? Know, like, trust. They need to know that you exist, they need to like you, and they need to trust you. And that happens through actually paying for your products or services. If you just constantly give free things away and they never pay for your product or service, they don't break that emotional barrier to actually take out the money, exchange money for value. Then we need to upsell. What is your upsell from there? Now they've come into your community, they've paid your product, assuming they got massive value from your product. They're like, yes, this thing is best thing since sliced bread. Now they need to move on to the next step. So your customer only wants to know one thing. What is my next step in doing business with you? I'll repeat this because this is really important. When a customer works with you, they don't want to know your 40 different products. They want to know what is my next step in doing business with you. So you provide them with your next step. So what is your upsell? And this is where you start making money. The previous one is what we call a loss leader. In today's world, there's so much noise out there. There's so many competitive advantages. They talk about red ocean, blue ocean strategy. Most of us are playing in a red ocean, and then we differentiate our products to move into the blue ocean where there's no competition. Now, for us to move to that space, we need to create a loss leader, which means we probably don't make money off our initial sale. The cost of the advertising continuously increases as the difficulty increases. So we need to have something where someone pays for something so that we can sell them a product where we start making money. Okay. Once that is done and they provided value with it, we need a sense of belonging. We need a community. We need a place to stay. So what we are creating in Van Studios is we've got our own mastermind. Our goal is to create a home for all entrepreneurs. We want to create a community. Go out, hustle, do your thing, hunt. Like in the old days, you hunt and you bring the food back home. Go and do that. Go and hunt, hustle for your business. And then when you need to recharge, come back home. Come back where you've got your friends and your strategy and all that sort of stuff. So that is where we are launching our paid community, where you can be part of our community and we'll help you, coach you, train you, help you with marketing strategies, business strategies, etc. Once they move into your paid community, now you can add massive value to these guys. This is also a place where you generate some cash flow. It's also a place where you start creating annuity income. One of the most difficult parts about running a business is finding new customers. The thing that we do is we go and find a new customer, deliver value, do the deal, then move on and go and try and find a new customer. What about moving those guys into a community where you can continuously add value to them and build up your annuity income? And then last but not least, is your high-end product. This is your trip. We take entrepreneurs to Spain on a really exclusive high-end retreat on the Mediterranean, this beautiful villa standing on the cliff, and you just look over this Mediterranean. It's absolutely insane. Maybe we'll put in some photos of our last trip. Now your high-end product, this is the thing that gets you to travel. This is the thing that gets you to spend out additional money, because this will generate you enough cash flow. This is where you make proper margins. You work with a select few number of customers and you make proper margins on this, and this is where your business starts scaling. This is for product one. Then you have your next phase. So one of the videos we're going to do is your next 5 moves. Patrick Bet-David wrote a book called Your Next 5 Moves, where you go through this process on an ongoing basis and you launch your next product and you launch your next product. There's no such thing as multiple streams of income. It's multiple teams of income. So you need to build this out, get your team in place so that they can manage the products and services and you only work on your high-end products. Okay. So just to give us some numbers on this, if you, for example, in a brand, get 10,000 people to follow you online, social media, etc., and you move maybe 1,000 of those people into your free community, then we move 100 people lead to buyer, upsell 10, and then paid community 1. So to scale our business is a simple process. If you want to scale our business, we add another 0 on here. So we need to get 100,000 people to view our content. One of the biggest things that's working now is Reels. We'll get more into what's currently working in social media. That's just one tip. Add another 0, then we've got 10,000 people to move in our community, 1,000 lead to buyer, 100 that we upsell, 10 into our paid community, and 1 high-end customer. Again, we want to scale it, just add a 0. It's the power of 0, guys. It's nothing and everything at the same time. So we just add another 0 and we keep hustling. We keep in that process of brand about focus. Don't get distracted by the woman in the red dress. Again, we'll go through another video where we'll show you the cycles of business and why it's important to stay focused on that for the next 12 months. Guys, that's a funnel. I'm not going to go too much deeper into this. I don't want to overwhelm you. We'll have multiple videos. We'll go into detail of this. Your next 5 moves, your cycles of business. We'll go a bit deeper into each one of these stages, what tech to use, what is a value proposition, etc. Follow us on the channel below. Click on the link somewhere in the video. Follow us and gain some insight into this. And over the next 12 months, we'll help you scale your business. If you do everything that I'll show you in these videos, I can guarantee you, you'll double, triple, quadruple your business in the next 12 months.